Hey friends, welcome to another episode of Chase Chats and Choppa. We're a little early, so we will give you all a moment to join in. I know it's Super Bowl Sunday, and I'm just looking forward to this connected conversation with one of my besties and chasers and friends, entrepreneurs, Yolanda Williams. As I see Instagram is notifying you all that we're about to get started, I'm going to hang on just a little while and wait for you to join in. I know we're a little early. Let's see, what time is it? Oh, we've got just a few minutes here. I know it's Super Bowl weekend. I know it's Super Bowl Sunday. Excuse me. I know it's Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl Sunday. So I am so sure that you all are out paying attention to the Super Bowl or getting ready. Pre-gaming is what you call it. Pre-gaming for the Super Bowl. So I look forward to, however, even though I know it's Super Bowl, I look forward to this connected conversation here in just a moment with one of my besties who will be joining me shortly. Let's see. Looks like, let's see here. Yep, this might be a quiet night tonight. It's okay. It'll be on replay. Hello, sis. Waiting for my guest for tonight to join in for another dynamic episode of Chase Chats and Choppa. Hey, Walking into Wealth. Welcome to our another episode of Chase Chats and Choppa, where tonight my special guest is my friend, my bestie, entrepreneur, dynamic individual, chaser, and friend, Yolanda Williams. So I'm just waiting, giving her a few moments to join in as there she is, just joined in. I understand tonight it is Super Bowl, Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl Sunday. So I have another terrific episode of Chase Chats and Choppa. As my friend Yolanda is joining in, let me just let you know that Chase Chats and Choppa is connected conversations with individuals who are connected with Chasing Waterfall, be it a chaser, an entrepreneur, a sponsor, a donor, a supporter, of course, friends. And that is all things that my friend Yolanda, who's joined me today, is. And since she's joined me, hey friend.
Hey friend. Hey.
I would just like to say thank you for joining me, and I will allow you yourself as I struggle with a few technical difficulties.
I know, right? We're gonna get it together.
My light just fell off. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
We still good. We still good.
Awesome. Hey, friend. So introduce yourself to the people and let them know how we are connected with Chasing Waterfalls.
Well, hello everyone. My name is Yolanda. And those who don't know me, I am who I am, right? So I'm very transparent. I do a lot of things, serial entrepreneur, as they call it.
Yes.
I'm an advocate for GirlTREK with the formerly incarcerated women. Have an apparel called I Am the Evidence. and that originated from just accomplishments in my life, especially coming out of prison. And GirlTREK actually introduced me and Deb together. I had my first walk around the mountain. It was 5 miles, and I thought I was going to, like, what? 5? And in building a relationship and our friendship, I started doing chasing waterfalls. And one thing that Girl teaches us is how to practice radical self-care. And me going on the waterfall hikes has become so therapeutic and has become like a form of self-care.
Yes.
It's a form of like being able to release some stuff and leave it there. Embrace nature. It's definitely been a beautiful add to my life. Thank you, Deb, for your journey that you went on, and
thank you.
that birth, chasing waterfalls. You know, because a lot of times we have these mishaps and these horrible things that happen in our life, and sometimes all we have to do is get through to the other side, so we can see what that experience is going to birth. You know, we just got to go through. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now I want to go back to when you mentioned how we met. We were at the mountain real quick, but did you die?
No, I didn't die. And what happened was, it was amazing. It was amazing.
It was, right?
Yeah,
it was, and it was meant for us to meet. It was definitely meant for us to meet. So I heard you say, and thank you for sharing that, and I appreciate you and your joining Chasing Waterfalls, and the things you just mentioned of how helpful and beneficial it's been to you. Would you say once you joined us the first time that that's the reason you continue to embrace the chase?
Yeah, it's not just the fact that we're going to a waterfall. The waterfall is like the end of it, but it's the journey to the waterfall. You know, the moments that you say, just be quiet and just listen to nature, and you know, the conversations and the sisterhood and the people that we meet, and you just never know. Like, I've got so many tips, so much help, and just on the wall. And I'm listening to people, and they dropping recipes and things that they've done, and you know, and it not only just gives me the opportunity to release some stuff, but it gives me the opportunity to absorb some stuff. You know, and
absolutely.
I can add some positive people in my circle, and get to meet some people that I can identify with that has gone through what I'm going through. Well, let me hook you up with this person. And it's not always about money or business. Sometimes it's just about life.
Exactly. So the connections, right?
A lot.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, man. And like, if you haven't done it, you need to do it. Like, for real, do it.
Right. It obviously has been life-changing for me. And I was just doing the other day, a little bit off of subject here, but I was doing an interview with someone, and we were talking about how literally Chasing Waterfalls got here. And for any of you who know my story, you know my story. But for those of you who don't, I did write about it on my website, and you can search 444. I won't go into it here, but one of the things that stood out is we're all going through something, right? And it was pain that pushed me here. And I often say that it was my pain that I had to push through for me to find my passion, which is hiking and being at the waterfalls and being in sisterhood and community, and to allow that passion to turn into now what I know to be my purpose, right? So it was a journey getting here that led me to know that all pain is purposeful. Like,
all pain,
literally, all pain is purposeful. If we literally are sensitive and yield and tap into the universe, it's purposeful. It's purposeful. And speaking of purposeful, and following our purpose and our destiny, let's speak about the connection that we have with what you're doing so amazingly with GirlTREK.
Well, just to go back into my story a little bit, you heard me mention prison. I did 6 years in prison, and I'm not gonna act like I wasn't out there doing my thing. You know, I did my thing, and I got the time that I got. There's a lot of advocacy work about sentencing, but my argument and my advocacy is not about sentencing for me because I got the time that I deserved. My advocacy is I didn't deserve what I got when I was in prison. I didn't deserve the poor nutrition. I didn't deserve to be ignored when I was going through mental health crisis. I didn't deserve the officer neglect. I didn't deserve to be in an unsafe environment. It's like so much that goes on behind the walls that people really don't know about. You know, here in Atlanta, Georgia, we have the Fulton County Jail that's right now up under a lawsuit because you have people dying in there, overcrowded. You know, straight up dying off bed bugs. So, you know, so it's like my advocacy is about changing the things that go on behind the walls in the city. Because I'm a firm believer, like, there are a lot of things in place to get a lot of things changed. Change comes time. But one thing I like about GirlTREK is they teach us things how to practice this radical self-care and do these certain things that help us be able to deal with that. And a lot of times when it comes to being in a confined environment, a very unfair environment, not talking about the time, but just the circumstances that we deal with in there, sometimes we don't know how to navigate and deal with what's going on. I've seen people commit suicide. I've seen people take their anger out on officers getting harmed, other people incarcerated getting harming each other, you know, like manipulation and all of this stuff. But if we had some tools in place, some things where we can do something else to release the energy. And like people think about like GirlTREK is just a walking community, but it's more than that. Because if I can just go out, if it's a heated argument, and if I can just take a minute to go out, it's not only going to be me, but it helps the environment that I just left from. It gives that correct officer a break. You know, if they just have the opportunity to go out and take a walk.
Just step away. Just take a walk.
Or even just have a moment to go breathe. And I remember being incarcerated, and the only time I was able to get any peace was I had to go to lockdown. And in order for me to go to lockdown, that means I had to buck the system, show out. And there's some things that come with going to lockdown and being in isolation. You know, I stay in there in my room the whole time. I shower probably every other day. You know, I don't get, you know, certain benefits is like going to commissary. You know, there are restrictions back there when for real, like 99%
you just wanted some time
to get off the compound.
You just wanted some time
dealing with the chaos. You know, we shouldn't have to act up and act out and cause chaos and attention just to go get some sanity. So my goal right now is to become a part of the system on the inside to make change. Right now, I've been fortunate enough to get GirlTREK a part of the curriculum of a place called Breakthrough House. And once a month,
that's beautiful.
Once a month, I go and teach radical self-help, mental health care to the ladies in there, because
that's awesome.
When we're in prison and we're coming out, or any type of treatment or facility, correctional facility, we come out, they teach us how to get a job. They teach us how to get clothes. They teach us how to get food, but they don't teach us how to deal with situations when it get hectic that might cause us to snap and back in prison. They don't
they just let you out with no mental guidance, no mental health advocacy, no therapist, no mentor.
No, 90% of the time, no. And then it's the process to get acclimated into a mental health treatment system out here.
Oh, wow.
We're not the first one on the list.
Okay.
You know, so, you know, it's about giving those women tools so that they don't have to snap, so that they can
Yeah.
take care of themselves. And that's where the phrase that we say, women you don't have to ask permission to take back your health. In prison,
Right.
and
Exactly.
ask permission for everything. But out
Right.
here, you don't have to ask
We don't.
permission no more. You have what you need, whether it's tapping, journaling, drawing,
Right.
fixing the puzzle, breathing, yoga, walking. You have those tools now.
Right. Right. But
I
on
want
the
to make
inside,
sure that those women have those tools and access to those tools, that whatever is in the process of being changed, they can be
right.
okay during the change.
That is absolutely admirable. That's what you're doing needs to be done. And I admire you for that. And I thank you for that. And the women, I'm sure, in the community, thank you for that. My question is, what you spoke of a house that GirlTREK is allowing you to go to teach monthly. Is that something that we can make a greater connection where Chasing Waterfalls can perhaps be impactful or resourceful for, and we're in any capacity?
Now that's very, very possible. Now, as far as, I don't know about them them having to go out on a hike,
Sure.
like, because it's restricted, and
Sure. Okay.
certain types of security in place. But
Gotcha.
it's definitely something that Chasing Waterfalls can go to just inform the ladies of what nature has out
Gotcha.
there.
Okay.
Be a resource for those women, so that when they get out, they know where to find you.
I think that would be a beautiful connection. That sounds amazing. Now, is this something also on a greater scale that you have to appeal to legislature or appeal to maybe our political officials in Atlanta or in Georgia? Is this something that you're having to go and present to them, anything for their assistance? Well, actually, to make these changes. So how does it start? Like, I understand you're moving, but how does it start the process to better the environment for the women and for people incarcerated in general?
Well, what I'm doing is I'm in their face. I'm going to senator meetings. I'm going down to the White House.
Perfect.
I've started collaborating with organizations that are always at the People Court or having People Assembly.
Perfect.
I'm showing my face,
Okay, excellent.
Because GirlTREK is new to being in the arena. See, we don't want no woman left behind. So I'm letting them know I'm there. Now, what I've done as far as with Breakthrough is I start walking with these ladies once a week. So I go walk nice mornings, and I built a relationship with the staff there. And because of my commitment and the relationship, I had to come up with curriculum, and they had to make sure that the curriculum coincides with what they're teaching. And I got approved.
Beautiful.
Now, these things, relationships like that with different facilities, happens over time. Right now,
of course,
on the Alabama area, because our headquarters is moving to Alabama. So I'll be doing a lot back and forth. Yeah, I'll be doing back and forth with Alabama. We're gonna be in Montgomery, but I'm definitely showing up to a lot of legislative and being at the Capitol, going to a lot of the meetings. I have direct contact with Kim Jackson, who's big on advocacy work she's definitely in our corner for those that were formerly incarcerated and those that are incarcerated. So I'm using my face card, my presence,
I love it.
I'm running my mouth. I'm letting them know, you know what I'm saying, that it's already hard for a woman that has been incarcerated, especially a woman. You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal. And I know Alabama is a special place in your home, in your heart, rather.
Yes.
That's outstanding. So if there's someone out that's listening to this or is watching it on Rewind or whatever, and they have something that you could benefit from, or if you could be a benefit to them, how would they reach out to you? So if there's somebody
You can always
that wants you in their to come into their prisons or come into their safe space for women and speak even, or even hold a conversation about what we're talking about now, the injustices, how would they reach out to you?
Well, you can always find me on my Instagram page and you can DM me there. I could put my information in the chat, but I don't know if it's going to show up on the live feed, but on the repeat. But
okay, I'll post it on there and tag you.
You can always DM me. You can always reach out to liberation@GirlTREK.org. I'm not hard to reach, not hard to find, and I reply back. So definitely follow me. Reach out. If you know someone that's justice impacted and you need some advice, I can put you, or connections, I can put you in contact with who you need to be in contact with. I just recently helped a young lady whose son had been brutally beaten, and the jail at Clayton County, and the jail was not telling her anything. And she found out by accident, because the doctor called because he was bleeding in the brain at Grady Hospital, and he thought she knew.
Oh my goodness.
So I was able to put her in contact with who she needs to be in contact with so they can take care legally what needs to be done. Because although a lot of fights happen in jail, it's their obligation to protect the inmates.
Oh, wow.
It's their obligation. So,
oh
wow. Yeah. So,
and that doesn't matter what, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it doesn't matter where they are, whether they're in jail or prison. It's their obligation to protect that inmate.
Okay. Now, isn't there a difference, or is there a difference rather in the prison systems, private versus public, and does it matter? I heard what you just said, but does it matter if it's a private prison or a public prison, and how do you know which is which? I mean, I guess people incarcerated would know, or how would I know?
Whether a prison is private or public?
Or public, and does it matter even the treatment of the incarcerated individuals?
I can't say that it is definitely doesn't matter whether you're in private or public. No, it doesn't matter, because personally, I can't even say which is worse, because rules.
Okay.
But if you're in custody of anybody's system, they're responsible for you.
Gotcha.
Even
okay. Right. Well, right.
That makes sense. Yeah. Even if you're a child with a disability, they're required to get you education.
Yeah.
That
makes sense.
And a lot of things we overlook because, he committed the crime, he deserved it. No, he might deserve the time, but they don't deserve the treatment.
The treatment, it's a difference. I hear that. That's amazing. I have heard of individuals dying behind bars or being ill-treated behind bars, and it's very impactful to hear you say that they're responsible, which I've never thought of it that way. Even though you've done the crime, yes, you're doing the time, but you don't you don't deserve the treatment. And so that is amazing work that you're doing to be able to advocate for individuals who are unable to advocate for themselves, and or who just don't know how to advocate for themselves, where even to start. So this is enlightening to me. Thank you for sharing this knowledge. And for anybody that's paying attention to this, I am having this connected conversation with Yolanda Williams. She is the Justice Initiative Program Manager for GirlTREK. And GirlTREK is the connection for the two of us. And GirlTREK is I'll let you tell them. Tell them, break them down one more time for
Man,
those who might have missed it. What
GirlTREK
GirlTREK is.
lives, man, saving lives. Like our mission and
Yes.
goal is to extend life expectancy for Black women over
Yes.
in 10 years, over 10 years, and we do that by walking every day. And
Yes.
like you can literally, if you walk every day, you can literally add time to your life. And for me,
Absolutely.
especially being formerly incarcerated, incarceration takes off 1 year, no, 2
Mm.
years off of our life.
Oh, wow.
1 year that we're incarcerated. So it don't only only take our freedom, but they shorten our life expectancy too. So my goal is,
because of the quality of life.
because my goal is to get back what y'all took from me. You know,
I love it. I love
by
it.
taking care of myself, by walking every day,
Yes.
by
Yes.
intentional self-care.
Intentional.
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 Yes.
That's it right there. It's got to be intentional.
Yeah.
It's absolutely got to be intentional. We're not just walking around in the grocery store picking up groceries. Right. We're not just walking to the mall to shop or whatever. We're intentionally moving our bodies at least 30 minutes a day, y'all. GirlTREK saved my life. GirlTREK, again, it literally saved my life because it taught me self-care at a big age when I thought I knew what self-care was. But no, I was busy caring for everybody else except for myself until literally I found GirlTREK. And we're talking 2016. Do y'all know how many moons I'd circled by 2016? And didn't realize what self-care truly was until I met GirlTREK. So y'all listen, if you're looking to expand or extend your life expectancy, check out GirlTREK, girltrek.org. Yes. It will point you in the right direction and get you on a journey to practice self-care. First, to introduce you to self-care, and then help you practice self-care, without a doubt, y'all.
It's 1.3 billion women of us.
Right.
1.3 million. There's a GirlTREK near you. Like,
absolutely. Absolutely. Go to the website, put in your location, and say you want to pull up. Somebody's going to be there with you, without a doubt. There's a GirlTREK somewhere near you. And guess what? If there isn't, just start walking. Just start walking. We do solo walks too, and you can start your own in your area if you don't have one already. Yeah. Yo, I know it is Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl Sunday. I appreciate you all for joining in. I appreciate your time, Yolanda. Thank you for coming to share your shine. Thank you for this beautiful connected conversation and letting us know how we can reach out to you, and the work that you're doing is beautiful, and how we can, Chasing Waterfalls in our community, can support you. I appreciate you. I love you, friend. Thank you all for tuning in. Yeah. I don't know who you're rooting for the Super Bowl, but I'm going to watch the commercials in the halftime. Yes. The Cleveland.
Go Eagles.
What's that? No, Eagles. What's the Cleveland Rams?
No, yeah.
Eagles.
Don't worry about that part. Don't worry.
You know I don't know.
Yeah. Fly Eagles.
You know I don't know.
Night.
I'm going for the commercials and the halftime. That's all I know.
Yeah, have an amazing evening. Thank you so much, Dale. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, friend. I appreciate you. What she said, y'all. Have an amazing evening. And listen, because it is Black History Month, join us here next Sunday and the Sunday after that. Yeah. Until then, love, peace, and waterfalls, y'all. Thank you for joining this connected conversation. Bye now.